Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to Sloka Day. Today's Shloka, Shloka number 19 of chapter 16. Tanaham dvishatah kruran
Tanaham dishatah kruran
samsareshu naradhaman
samsareshu naradhaman
kshipam yajasramashubhan
Kipam yajasrama shubhan
ashurishveva yonishu.
Asurishveva yonishu.
Word for word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Tan, those, aham, I, dvishataha, envious, kruran, mischievous, samsareshu, into the ocean of material existence, nara adhaman, the lowest of mankind, kshipami, I put, ajasram, forever, ashubhan, inauspicious, ashurishu, demoniac, eva, certainly, yonishu, into the wombs. Translation: those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demoniac species of life. So this begins a new section. In this section, shlokas 19 to 22, the consequences and the causes of demoniac activities are described by the Lord, which is, if you cultivate all of these anarthas, what would be the result? The result is both within the material cosmos, and the ultimate result is that you don't get connected to Krishna. So spiritually, it destroys you. So what makes people exhibit these qualities is also described by the Lord in these 4 shlokas. Prabhupada is writing, in this verse, it is clearly indicated that the placing of a particular individual soul in a particular body is the prerogative of the supreme will. The demoniac person may not agree to accept the supremacy of the Lord, and it is a fact that he may act according to his own whims, but his next birth will depend upon the decision of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and not on himself. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd canto, it is stated that an individual soul after his death is put into the womb of a mother, where he gets a particular type of body under the supervision of superior power. Therefore, in the material existence, we find so many species of life, animals, insects, men, and so on. All are arranged by the superior power. They are not accidental. As for the demoniac, it is clearly said here that they are perpetually put into the wombs of demons, and thus they continue to be envious, the lowest of mankind. Such demoniac species of men are held to be always full of lust, always violent and hateful, and always unclean. The many kinds of hunters in the jungle are considered to belong to the demoniac species of life. So, Prabhupada is explaining here, if we continue to cultivate these demoniac qualities, then those qualities will get perpetuated and aggravated in our next life, and in the next life, and in the next life. Of course, everything can change when you come in contact with a devotee of Krishna. His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu writes, the Lord is exhibiting some anger here in this particular shloka. He's saying, if you do this, this is what will happen to you. You know, it's like parents being very stern and harsh with their children, saying, if you do this, you know, this will be the consequence. But how do we accept even the Lord's anger as his genuine love for the Jivatmas that actually belong to him? In the Bhagavad Gita 16th chapter, as Krishna concludes his description of the ungodly people's destructive and self-destructive activities, his tone changes from neutral to angry. His anger is seen most evidently in the declaration, which is the 19th and the 20th shloka, which we will do tomorrow. I cast them deep into material existence, into demonic species. Transmigrating repeatedly in such species, they don't attain me, but sink further to darker levels of material existence. So Krishna is warning us in these two shlokas, the 19th and the 20th shloka, what is going to be the consequence? The ultimate consequence is that we move further and further away from Krishna. And the further and further away you move from Krishna, the more your suffering is going to intensify. This declaration raises a question. Is Krishna a vengeful God who casts the faithless into the fires of hell? Not at all. He has already declared Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam, the shloka, the 29th shloka, that he is the well-wisher of everyone, and everyone includes ungodly beings. So even those who are demoniac and don't care for Krishna, Krishna even protects them. He saves them. In fact, he cares for everyone so much that he personally accompanies them in their heart as their indwelling guide. This the Lord has said in the 13th shloka of the 13th chapter, the 23rd shloka, the 15th shloka of the 15th chapter, and then in the 61st shloka of the 18th chapter. When he himself goes with the ungodly wherever they go, how can he cast them away? So even though the Lord may put you into lower animal species, even though the Lord may put you into lower planetary systems, the Lord is always with you, because without the Lord you cannot survive. So that is the Lord's mercy and compassion for the Jivatma, even if the Jivatma has abandoned him. Krishna's statement about the ungodly is not so much literal as rhetorical. It's like a father's statement to his son who is bent on doing something illegal and self-destructive. If you do this, I will throw you out of my house forever. The point of the father's statement is not, I will banish you forever from my house. The point is, don't do this. So sometimes parents have to use threats to get their children to hear them, to listen to them. So similarly here, the Lord has to give us some threats to say, if you do this, this is what will happen. And maybe by hearing this, we will rectify ourselves. In his Gita commentary, Prabhupada points to this parental corrective mood in Krishna's statement by his resourceful translation of the Sanskrit word kruran. Though the word's standard meaning is cruel, Prabhupada renders it as mischievous. So the way Prabhupada has translated this word kruran in this particular shloka, the traditional meaning of the word is cruel. But see how sensitive Prabhupada is. Krishna is never cruel. But if the children are mischievous, then he has to be stern. Though the ungodly may do cruel things, from Krishna's benevolent parental perspective, they are just being mischievous. And he sternly warns them to protect them from doing bad karma and suffering its terrible consequences. Krishna's statement about the fate of the ungodly is more rhetorical than literal. See beyond his evident anger at their ruinous actions to his latent love for them. Ultimately, Krishna loves all of us, so we need not be disturbed by this statement, but it is a precaution for us that we should mind our behavior, we should mind our character, we should mind the qualities that we imbibe. Because if we don't mind that, then it is going to disconnect us from Krishna. That is the ultimate understanding of this particular shloka. That it's a warning, it's a precaution sign for us. If we don't heed this, then we move further and further away from Krishna. Of course, if you get disconnected from Krishna and you move further and further away from Krishna, then you're not going to experience Krishna's mercy in your life. And as devotees, definitely we don't want to transgress Krishna's instructions to us. We don't want to violate Acharya's instructions for us.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell notification. If you'd like to join our classes every day, please check the details in the description section of this video. We look forward to serving you.